guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the folks at Mattel, we're going to be taking a look at their new Jurassic World Dino Rivals Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. For the package, much like all of their new Jurassic World figures, you do have this completely open design, which allows you to kind of play with it in the store aisles and see what the figure can actually do. You have this really nice new design for the Dino Rivals line. You got the T-Rex, you got the Triceratops kind of battling out there in the front. You got Owen kind of like, huh, what's going on? And then an absolute gorgeous image back here of that Jurassic World, Jurassic Park logo that's done up in a kind of superheated look. I absolutely love it. And then, like I said, you got the different buttons right here that you can test out, but I'm not going to ruin it for you. You spin it around here to the back and you get a image kind of showing you what those action features are, such as the twisting and turning biting action, as well as a massive tail strike. You can also use this in conjunction with the Jurassic World Facts app, which I'm, again, not going to show here. I'll put the code on there so you guys can get it if you want. And new to the Dino Rivals line, old Rexy here does come with a collector card. But for the packaging on this girl, that is about it. This is definitely one I was very, very excited about. And just looking at her here, I am very impressed. But without further ado, let's see if she lives up to expectations. And the only way to do that is to get her opened up and see how cool she actually is. And here she is. The Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex opened up and out of her packaging. And this is an absolutely gorgeous looking figure. Now, in addition to all these new Dino Rival figures, you do get the collector card. One thing that I would say is I really wish Mattel wouldn't tape this to the package, because in opening the package you can't really see this very well, and through the process I ended up ripping it. Now, I don't care too much about these, but some people might. But you can see that her strength is a 10, her speed is a 7, intelligence is a 5, that might be a little bit lower, and then ferocity is a 9. And you can see that this is the number 31 card, but you do have that. You also do have the Jurassic World Facts app, which we'll get to, but this is a gorgeous figure. The paint applications on here really do set this apart as probably the best looking toy version of Rexy that we've ever gotten. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, I don't have a lot of my collection here at my new apartment, so I can't really do a comparison with you, but this figure here really does nicely scale with that Thrash and Throw T-Rex that I feel was roughly a perfect size when compared to other dinosaurs and humans. And this scales just about perfectly with that. You can tell that this is Rexy. As you can see, you got a lot of those scars that she got from battles with other dinosaurs or the Velociraptors or whatever the case may be, or even the Indominus Rex. But it's the color that really is gorgeous on here. The original Rexy with the, well, honestly, with all of the other ones, was a much lighter brown. This is a lot more screen accurate. Now, it's not entirely screen accurate, but it just looks much closer to how she looked in the film. Now, I'm going to overlay an image of that Thrash and Throw, and let me kind of come up here. Maybe I can squeeze it into the top section of the frame. But one thing that you're noticing is there is some differences. Obviously, the tail is completely different because you got that mechanism. Also, the neck and all that kind of stuff up here is slightly different. But also the leg positioning is different. Whereas this leg here facing us on the new Rexy is shifted back, whereas the opposite leg is kind of walking forward. That was opposite on the original. And then obviously you can see the huge difference in terms of the color. Just a far more accurate looking representation, as I said, while still maintaining a really nice scale. Now, as you can see before, the other figure had the mouth that was closed. You move the tail around and everything, and then it would, do the chomping thing. This I actually like being completely open. Now, I've talked about this in some of the more recent figures, that some of the dinosaurs look good with the mouth completely open. I love being able to take Rexy here and go like that and create an iconic looking scene of Rexy just rearing her head back and roaring with her mouth open. I mean, that is truly spectacular looking. I mean, it's a toy. Yeah, it's a toy. And I really do think that this is just in general a great collectible. Coming in to take a closer look at some of the overall details on her. You can see that, like I said, the paint detail is much better. Also with the lower jaw section, you can see a much more cohesive look. You got this lighter tone on the underbelly that comes up here and does look pretty good. Now, I do wish there was a little bit more fade kind of right around here. That would look pretty good in terms of blending with the darker colors, but in general, pretty good. The mouth, very nice, wet, glossy look. You got that cool little tendon thing there. The top section of the jaw has that great paint detail, but not as glossy, which is nice. You got gorgeous yellow teeth, great paint fade here in the snout area, gorgeous yellow eyes. All the sculpting with the different bumps and everything. You got the nice raised crest here for the eyebrow area, all sculpted in beautifully. And then you can see all those scratches that, as I talked about, she really did earn through her life in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. You come to the back and you can see a lighter color, whereas you see a little bit darker bit up here. I kind of wish there was a little bit better of a fade there, but it's not too bad. You can see the buttons. They are balanced in the sculpt of the body very nicely. And then you take a look at the leg. Maybe some extra paint detail on here would have been nice. A little of that brown that's on the top here maybe faded in there. But overall, not too bad. And then the tail. Again, gorgeous, gorgeous look. Just like I said, the sculpt on here is terrific. If you are doing the Jurassic World Facts app, there's the little code for you. You can go ahead and scan that and get any information you may need. You do also have the Jurassic logo on the other foot. So detail-wise, top-notch. Super, super incredible. Size comparisons. Here is the Concavinator. I'm going to kind of put that there, and you can, how fun is that? Like I said, these dinosaurs are all done in a great way that scale very nicely with one another. I don't have any humans here with me. Here's the Pteranodon. You can there, I'm doing that thing again. So there's, but scale-wise, still absolutely terrific, and I think that she is the best scaled figure with the rest of the figures. Now for her articulation, the legs here, you can move those forward and back. You can hear there are some ratchet joints right here, which really do nicely hold poses. One thing that is a huge improvement over that thrash and throw one is there's no button on the underside of the foot, which was constantly pushed out. That kind of always made her want to balance weirdly. So you do have that. You also do have the slight in and out motion of the legs themselves. The tail is articulated. You can see you got 2 points in here, but it's mostly designed to go along with the tail slashing gimmick. But you can see that it really does look best it kind of breaks up the sculpt in a couple different, there's a weird bulge right there. That looks strange. So it kind of looks better like that, I guess, than anything. It's not that big of a deal, but it definitely does have some weird roundness to it. These arms up here are on pin hinge joints, so you can see they're pinned in for a nice forward and back rotation, and they also have a hinge allowing you to go outward and sing the Barney song, I love you, you love me. You can do that if you really want to. The ankles also do rotate, but in doing so, you do break up the sculpt with it, although it doesn't feel like it rotates all that great, honestly. It does kind of get lost there, but you can rotate that around. Nice paint on the claws here as well. A little unfortunate that these ones on the side here aren't painted, but I can do that with a Sharpie. The head, you can see the mouth opens and closes, but that's, again, all part of the gimmick. So coming back first, you have this button here, which when you push it, you can see that it causes the tail to whip and neigh-neigh. So you got that. So let's bring the Concavinator. And rawr. Oh, we missed. Rawr. 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 No, let's try the other side. Let's see. Rawr. Rawr. Oh, there we go. Got it. So you do have that. The other one is the bite action, which is kind of cool because, some people complained about it because it's not really, like a forward bite. It's a twist in bite. You can see it goes like that, and then the mouth will also close. That kind of reminds me of how Rexy was when she was trying to reach back and bite the velociraptors that were on her back. So for that, you got this button right here that you push down, and trying to keep my hand out of the way. So it is a tough button, but you can see. So it kind of like reminds me, like I said, of her trying to reach back and get to those velociraptors that were trying to beat her up. So there is, what are you doing? So let's bring in the Concavinator again. Set him there. And, they're kissing. So you can, that got him. But absolutely gorgeous, very fun, super, super cool. Just the overall detail that's put into this, like I said, really does set this apart as the best looking T-Rex. I know I've said that multiple times, and I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot in this, and I really am sorry, but this looks great. For no other purpose than creating a cool, roaring type of scene like this, although you can't really see it. That is terrific looking to me. Now, the thing that's unfortunate is that if you have the other ones, you're probably going to want to replace it with this guy. That is going to be the case for me as well. The biggest thing is I don't know necessarily what to do with that thrash and throw T-Rex. I mean, I'm not bothered by that this is out because this is a far superior looking version. I know we have been getting some repaints of multiple different dinosaurs, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because it allows you to kind of differentiate dinosaurs and have multiple dinosaurs with a slightly different look. That thrash and throw one, though, is Rexy, so I don't know really what to do necessarily with that. But hey, first world problems, I'm sure I'll figure out something. But the fight and bite T-Rex here is an absolute slam dunk. The color looks amazing. Even the play feature is really very, very fun. This is a definite must-have in a dinosaur or Jurassic Park / world display. So, all that being said, if the Bite and Fight T-Rex is a figure that you'd like to add to your collection, she is slowly hitting various retail locations right now. So if you are looking for, good luck and happy hunting. Or as always, there's places such as Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can go and you can check out availability on this as well as the rest of the wide range of new Mattel Jurassic World figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate your support, guys, simply by hitting that thumbs up button. I know it's annoying to constantly hear, but that one small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. Also, I want to send a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. And a huge shout out to the folks over at Mattel for helping to make this review possible. And finally, remember, the real trouble with the world is too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.